Flags. It sure feels like we've seen a ton of them in the NFL this season, doesn't it? In Week 8 alone, there were 193 total penalties called. That means there were as many flags on the field as there are flying outside of the UN. Literally. More like UN sportsmanlike conduct, am I right? No. The Raiders even set an NFL record this weekend for total penalties in a game. Oh, 23. We win, jackpot! Yeah, so that sounds like a lot, 23 flags in one game. But if you think about it, it's actually pretty reasonable. I mean, if I flagged everything that bothered me this weekend in football, I'm pretty sure I could easily break that record and hit 24. So, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah, that's right, little flag bucket. First, let's go ahead and start with, let's start with this blatant pick in the Seahawks-Saints game on Sunday. I get it, the Seahawks really can't talk when it comes to not getting calls, but if we're throwing around flags like we're in the goddamn color guard, maybe we throw one there, flag. In that same game, you may have seen Earl Thomas get flagged for hugging the ref out of excitement after he returned a fumble for a touchdown. Of note, the ref is smiling when he throws the flag, which to me feels like it should upset. I thought it was adorable. The refs thought it was unsportsmanlike, because hugging is for sports, ladies. But a few weeks ago, when the league sent an explanatory video to all 32 teams clarifying the excessive celebration rules, VP of Officiating Dean Blandino said this.
Hugs are always legal, no problem.
Flag! Blandino? Flag! You have no excuse for forgetting you just said that like a couple weeks ago. You never played football. You've got a brain. And while we're on this game, Pete Carroll, what were you thinking? Calling a pass over the middle with no timeouts left and 16 seconds on the clock. What was the plan there? I flag you, sir. But hey, speaking of bad play calls by Pete Carroll, the Patriots played Sunday. Gronk scored lucky touchdown number 69. He obviously made a sex joke in the post-game press conference about it, right?
I want to give a shout out to my mom, too. He sat down and she goes, Rob, I'm so proud of you when you score your 69 touchdown.
Why would you? Your mom? Not the only weird sex thing that happened in that game, because, you know, Bills fans, they had a few things of their own to throw on the field during the matchup, like, can I even say that on TV? Like, am I getting bleeped? The acceptable version that you can say on TV, it was a personal massager on the field. I'm actually not gonna flag that, because I can think of like 15 more offensive things I would expect a Bills fan to do with a, external hard drive at a game. But to the ref, who was tasked with getting that selfie stick off the field, the ref that refused to even pick it up and instead just kicked it repeatedly until it was out of the way. Bro, flag. What are you, scared of a little penis? Don't have my sex life. Browns fans attempted to spell out dog pound. It's too real. We got to keep powering through. Browns fans tried to spell dog pound with signs in the end zone, but they instead spelled G Podawand, because it's hard to coordinate 3 whole signs. After a really quick Google search to confirm that G Podawand is not, in fact, the name of their next starting quarterback, I'm comfortable throwing a flag here. So flag. They're like little yellow ghosts. See, we're close to 23 now. What are we at? 6. Okay. Should probably go a little faster. It's going to be harder than I thought. Cam Newton actually argued that there weren't enough flags in his game this week. He brought up the importance of player safety in his post-game press conference when he stuck a feather in his cap and called the telephony. Come on, man. You can't take a stand in a pair of cheesies. Here's that flag you were looking for, though. We had another tie this week in London town. A better game than the last tie, but still a tie? No, 2 flags. I don't want. That was 2, I think. And you know what? This is controversial, but I'm ready. I'm flagging kickers. Yeah, it's done. I've stood up for you guys for a really long time now, but I've just reached my limit this year. I'm so sorry. I don't think I can watch another missed chip shot when Randy Moss is hitting them in dress shoes. I can't, so Hopkins, flag. Janikowski, flag. Nugent, flag. Aguayo, that's fun to say, but flag. Lambo, flag. Josh Brown, dildo. Okay, that has to be 23 now, right? No? Okay, what else was really bad and awful and... can I do other sports? Let's do other sports. Lots of great moments in the World Series this year. This one between Anthony Rizzo and David Ross was particularly wild.
Ross is there, and he gets an assist.
Yeah, I love moments like that. Very impressive because it worked out. But in the top of the fourth, these two ran into each other again. And it almost didn't work out that time. Then in Game 6, Naquin and Chisenhall almost crashed into each other twice. Look how mad he got the second time. Oh, man! Guys, come on, it's the World Series. Call it up, talk to each other, flag. I know you want to catch the ball, but sometimes that's just not your role. I'm looking at you, Jim Harbaugh, sitting in the stands with your Michigan glove. Is this a bit? Are you a bit? I don't understand what you're doing. You look like a real, hold on, you look like a real loner boner. You look like a real seat filler. I got a whole list. Did we hit yet? Are we at 20? No. Serious. Can I just read more of my dildo puns? Okay, you know, Aroldis Chapman for not covering the bag in Game 5 after Rizzo made an incredible stop. Flag. You know what? Chap, take 2, I insist. The NBA? Yeah. Sure, okay. Kevin Durant tweeted out a thinking emoji. I'll flag that. What you think about Kev? Is it an eggplant? And lastly, how about LeBron James, Joakim Noah, and Rudy Gay all shooting air balls yesterday? Professional basketball players. Flag, flag, flag. 24 flags. We did it. We beat the record. You know what? Actually, upon further review, Rudy Gay's air ball bounced off his teammate's head, which is hilarious. And so those offset, and so there is no flag on the play. Nice toss, Benari. So that means we end up with 23. Another goddamn tie, because that is what we deserve, ladies and gentlemen.